What's up guys, welcome back to Chasjam. So today's video is specifically for heart gainer. Now a lot of people have been requesting me to make a video on this topic because of the fact that if you're a heart gainer, it's like pretty difficult task for you, right, to actually gain weight. So this video is for specifically you all who have been requesting me to make a video on this topic. So before we start this video, I request you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Also press the bell icon and also like this video, comment on my video after watching it. Okay, so let's begin. So the fact that you have been asking me to make a video on this topic probably means that you have like already tried a lot of things, right, to gain weight, but all in vain. So I just want to make you aware of the fact that you are a heart gainer, and so it's like really difficult for you to gain weight, and it's a slow process. It's gonna be a slow process. You need to remain patient and persistent. Just keep hitting whatever I tell you in this video. Just start following that, and it will take time, but results will start showing. Tip number 1: calculate your calories. Now, I am not someone who is a big believer of calculating calories. In fact, I believe in flexible eating. It's like calculating calories of every food, every meal that you eat is kind of tiring, right? But then specifically for you, it's really important. I'm not asking you to calculate calories every day, but then at least try calculating your calories for a day or two, so that you kind of get an idea of how much amount of calories, or at least a small range of the calorie intake that you do every day, right? And that can be a starting point for you all. Now once you calculate the total amount of calories that you take in every day, now you need to determine the amount of calories that your body actually needs. Now for that you just require a calorie calculator. I will link one in the description below. And once you determine the amount of calories that you actually need, you will notice that your caloric intake presently is quite lesser than what your body actually needs. And this has been the truth for almost your entire lifespan, and so you have never really given your body a chance to gain weight. Now it's not completely your fault, because when you're a heart gainer, the size of the stomach is comparatively smaller as compared to other people, right? And because of which you guys are not able to eat as much as other people do. And so we need to first start increasing the size of your stomach. And how do we do that? We first start increasing our calorie intake step by step. So for example, say that your daily caloric requirement is about 2000 calories and you're consuming just about 1500 calories. And so the first milestone for you is to reach the 2000 caloric mark. And how do you do that? You cannot increase your caloric intake in a single day, right? Now that would be a big challenge for you, and you would suffer from bloating, gastric trouble, etc. So what you do is you start increasing about 100 calories per week, and so gradually you would be able to reach 2000 calorie mark. And how can you do that? Start adding fatty foods, the dietary fats such as nuts, dairy products, etc. Now because fats are filled with a lot more calories as compared to proteins and carbohydrates. Obviously protein is also required, and you should eat these micronutrients in proper amounts. But then an easy way to increase your caloric intake is by adding in dietary fat, because 1 gram of fat gives you 9 calories, whereas 1 gram of protein and carbohydrates give you around 4 calories. So fat has almost double or more than double calories of protein and carbohydrates, right? So consider taking these dairy food items, because they have good amount of fats in them, and also nuts. Now these are good sources of fat, right? In this way you would be able to easily increase the caloric intake while not really increasing the amount of food that you eat, right? Now this will also give your body a chance to adapt to these increased calories. So for example, you start from next week, right, and you start adding 100 calories every week. So in the first week, say you would be now eating 1600 calories, and so now your body will get about a 1 week period to adapt to this 1600 calorie diet. And then in the next week you would add another 100 calories, that would make it 1700 calories, and so on. And once you reach this 2000 calorie mark, then the real game begins, because now if you want to gain weight, you need to take in more calories than your body actually needs. And how do you do that? Your target caloric intake should be 25 to 30% more than your body's required calories. So now your body requires 2000 calories, right? So your aim should be eating about 25 to 30% more amount of calories. And how do you do that? Take in the same approach. Start on adding 100 calories every week until you reach that mark, and see how you feel. You will definitely start increasing your weight, but it's gonna be a slow process. So there's no point of checking your weight every single day or even every single week, right? Consider checking your weight or observing your weight every 2 weeks or 3 weeks and so, because it's gonna be a slow process, but you need to stay patient and you need to be extremely persistent, right? Keep continuing. Tip number 2 is eat more frequently. Now, as I said, since the size of your stomach is small, it's kind of difficult for your stomach to take in all the food in a single meal, right? And that is the reason why you feel bloated, or perhaps you are not even able to eat a lot of food in a single meal, right? So what I suggest you is that eat more frequently, that is add on 5 to 7 meals a day. Now, for example, you are eating a 2000 calories diet, right? So you can consider eating it into 7 different meals. For example, divide a 2000 calorie diet into 6 different meals. That is, you need to eat anywhere around 250 to 300 calories in a single meal. Now that's a pretty easy thing, right? And to consume calories easily, you can consider drinking smoothies and all these liquid drinks, right? Now liquid is easily ingestible, right? It won't be a stress for you all to drink in a smoothie immediately. And smoothies are tasty as well and full of calories, full of nutrients. So smoothies are a great option to be included in your diet if you want to eat more in a small amount of time, right? Tip number 3 is start exercising and keep your exercise duration within 1 hour and exercise less frequently. Now, since your metabolism is very fast, you need to be aware of it that a small movement of yours can lead to burning of a lot of calories, right? So that is the reason why I'm asking you to keep your workout frequency to about 3 to 4 workout sessions a week. And your workout sessions should also be within 1 hour, right? And that's pretty easy to do. And how do you do that? Incorporate strength training session. No need to do cardio. You don't need to promote excess burning of calories. So stick to strength training because it will help you to gain good amount of muscle, right? Because that's the end game, right? We want to gain weight, but then we want to gain in a good way, right? Gaining a lot of fat is anyways not gonna be good, and gaining fat or muscle for you is anyways going to be equally difficult. So why not focus on gaining muscles, right? So work out, do strength training sessions 3 to 4 times a week and within 1 hour. That's it. That's all for you. So that would be good for you. And take care of your nutrition, right? Tip number 4 is take a very good sleep. Now that's really important. A sleep of about 7 to 8 hours is extremely important, not just for hard gainers but for everyone out there, right? So a good sleep works wonders because it helps to lower down the stress levels, and this has been talked about a lot of times, right? We all know about this, right? And sleep is the time duration wherein our body actually performs a lot of growth functions, be it muscle building or any other growth functions. So sleep well, my dear friends. So that's it. Like, these were my 4 tips, and I feel that these are the only things that you need to incorporate, because like there's no magic pill that comes in the market which will help you to gain a lot of weight immediately, right? It's gonna be a slow process and you need to stick to it. Just keep hitting and you will gain. So now the last thing, before we sign off, I just want to clarify one thing, that when I asked you to increase calories, I meant good quality food, that is all the whole grains, all the home cooked food. Nowhere I said to consume junk food of any kind, because junk food comes on with its own set of issues, right? Chronic diseases and all that stuff, and we don't want to stick to that, right? You need to gain weight in a healthy way, in a proper way, so that your health is not compromised, right? And you stay happy and healthy as well. So eat good food, add on fruits, add on smoothies and all these stuffs which will help you to gain weight. So good luck for your journey. Just tell me, how do you find this video? If you really like it, then kindly like this video, comment down, ask me if any queries, and subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon. And thank you so much for asking me to make videos on various topics. I feel like really happy, right? So keep supporting and see you soon. Ta-da.